welcome to Toad TV. I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. And we decided to stand today so I can show you that I'm not that much shorter than Helen when I'm sitting. This is what short-waisted looks like.
That and every flat surface in this room is covered with yarn that needs to be packed.
It's
so it was
ridiculous.
We can spend the time to clear off the chairs, or we can just stand in the podcast.
Those are all the 10 gram minis for the favorite books.
Right.
And over here I have a pile on a chair. And here is just a
It's
mound.
just a mound of yarn.
That I just butted somebody out of because he was trying to tunnel his way through and make himself a nest in the middle of it. It's crazy. However, we've gotten a lot done today.
Yes.
So far today, we have washed 300 skeins of yarn. Oh, I was going to say, and that's about it. But no, we did do more.
What did we do other than
We-
Instacart?
We got together, we put away the Instacart order, we put away the Chewy order, we put away the Webster store order, we put away a lot of stuff.
We did.
So, okay.
So now we have to pack this afternoon.
Yes, we are going into a packing mode.
Right.
But we thought we'd have a chat with you first. First up, Kate had asked about the pinkish yarn, the pink and white yarn next to Wolf, and would it go well with
Wolf was here.
Would it go well with Chesapeake, the teal above it? That is Voodoo, which in and of itself is just an absolutely stunning skein of yarn. It's really too bad we retired it. And that is it with Chesapeake. Look at how it pulls out the blues.
I don't think we did retire it. I think we decided to keep it.
No, it's on the dyed order.
Okay.
Dyed order. But look at that.
It is gorgeous, and if you turn it...
So the answer, Kate, is a very resounding yes.
Because there's the aqua.
Yeah.
So the Chesapeake pulls the aqua right out.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. Good eye.
Yeah.
That is really beautiful because I would not have picked that out.
And this looks like it would make a really cool NYX.
Yeah.
Using either one as the main color.
Right.
Or just any two-color shawl. It would just be beautiful.
Oh, and that sweater that you want to make, the Wild Mountain Time?
Yeah.
Where you have this be the main color? Sorry about that. Sister number 3 called and we answered the phone and both of us yelled, "We're podcasting!" I think we may have taken her back a little bit. Anyway, okay, so, Kate, beautiful combination.
Yes, Voodoo.
Beautiful.
Voodoo and Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah,
Go
really,
very well
really
together.
nice. Okay, all right, so, we have a couple of things to talk about. First up, did you know Helen Store is releasing new shawls for the Shawl Society?
This is Shawl Society number 5. She just did the pre-order today.
It's
So-
open today.
Yeah.
Guess who bought it? Definitely not us.
Right.
However,
Definitely not the people who bought the previous Shawl Societies and never knit a shawl.
No. Don't say that because I did. The quill was one of them.
Okay.
And
Actually, the Whispering Island is
the Whispering
one too.
Island is one, and I did another one too. I'm pretty sure. I think I've done maybe 3 or 4 from the past, 24. Whatever. Anyway, so we signed up for it because of course we did, and
Well, we get her emails, and I
Right.
got her email a couple weeks ago that's where she was giving a teaser as to what kind of yarn the first shawl is going to take, and it's sport weight, but you can use fingering. You can go one color, which is what she did, or you could go 2 colors if you want. And then she said that the yarn that she used was a silk merino blend.
right.
So we're like, oh, that sounds interesting.
That sounds luxurious.
Right. So why don't we look into a sport merino silk blend? So we have a new base.
Yes.
That we're going to dye up for the Shawl Society.
It's beautiful. Okay, so I have a color to show you because we dyed one the other day and it's still wet, but because we just finished washing it. But we wanted to show you the difference between the silk and the regular sock yarn so that you can see how it takes the color, because it does take the color a little bit differently. The silk doesn't take it.
Right, and this is a 50% superwash merino, 50% silk. So you're getting silk.
It's like I was just saying to Helen, it's the difference between when you wash your hair and it's like all frizzy and then you put conditioner in it and it gets all silky and smooth. That's the difference. It's so pretty.
It is. It's beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So we did it up in Dear Reader because we figured this is a really good color to show. So here is Dear Reader in fingering. This is Dear Reader in fingering. Okay. You can see how it's the variegated purple, or well, not the tonal purple. And you can see how, especially up here, you get quite a bit of purple up here. That darker color. Okay, this is the Dear Reader in silk, the silk merino blend. Oh, look!
I mean, you can see the
you can see
sheen.
the shine on the camera. So fuzzy, silky. I'm kidding.
Frizzy?
This really right. Frizzy.
I mean, normally you think, oh, the superwash is so soft and smooth. Oh, this silk is just.
It just puts.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, but you can see the slight difference in color. Right. How this is just a little bit lighter because it's not taking all the color. But it's beautiful. It's so pretty.
And when it's dry, it's just going to be even more gorgeous.
So what we are going to do...
I mean, soaking wet is not an understatement.
Yeah. So Helen Stewart released the sneak information today. She is going to release the first pattern on May 20th. What we are going to do is we are going to open up a listing and we are going to pick a couple of colors like Dear Reader. Spectre is going to be another one.
The two colors that we're going to knit it up in.
Right, we're each going to pick a color that we're going to do it in. We're doing it in tonals so that...
Step back because your head's cut off.
Oh, okay. I do have a top of head. We're going to do it in tonals because I think that's what's going to... she said that you could do variegated, however, you're going to lose some of the stitch definition. So we're going to go with tonals.
Mine is a slight variegated.
What are you going to do it in?
I'm doing rose and bloom.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So Helen's going to do hers in Rose and Bloom. I'm going to... I'm not sure what I'm doing mine in yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Alice, but I'm not 100% sure.
You were talking tea time the other day.
I know. It may be tea time because I just see that in the silk. Anyway, next week we're going to have a listing up that you can purchase.
And what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up for a couple days. It's going to be a pre-order, and with all the dyeing that we have to do for Maryland, and then we have a very big trunk show afterwards, we need to just open it for a couple days, close it, add it to our dye schedule so that we can then get it to you as close to the 20th as possible.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 different colors that we choose, that we're going to have, that you can pick from. And then we're going to have a 5th option, which is you can choose whatever color you like. Just send us an email and let us know which one it is. It's going to be, you're purchasing 3 skeins of yarn. So it's going to be a 3 skein, when you pick one, it's actually for 3 skeins.
Right.
And they are $40 a skein. So the listing is going to be for $120. Okay, so that will cover the 3 skeins of yarn.
And then if you want to join us and knit it, and you don't want to go for the silk, then you can just do it in a fingering, and then just pick 3. You can just buy 3 skeins of whatever fingering weight you would like, whether it be from us or somebody else. But Mary Beth and I will be knitting the first shawl for sure.
Right. Okay, so this is why we don't podcast in the afternoon, because our thoughts go everywhere. So, okay, that's the Shawl Society. Now, next up is the TriWizarding Tournament. Had a couple people ask us questions about it. We are doing it again this year. We're just doing it a little bit differently. To begin with, we're not actually starting on June 1st. Even though I just sent an email to somebody saying that we were, I apologize, we're not. We're starting on June 15th. Okay, there's a reason for that. So, the first challenge...
So we're going to run it June 15th to September 15th. So
right.
There'll still be 3 full months and 3 challenges.
Right.
So they're going to be a little bit different this year. They will be, you can knit, crochet, or sew.
Right. So we're giving you lots of different options.
Right.
And the first one has 2 different components to it. I'm going to make you so confused by the time you're done. Anyway, 2 components to it. So we are going to have, we've been talking back and forth about doing Alice in Wonderland duologies, kind of like Tweedledum and Tweedledee. and the walrus and the carpenter and that kind of thing. There are lots of things in Alice that come in pairs. So we thought instead of doing one big skein of yarn, we're going to do two 50-gram skeins of yarn that are going to be two different colors but complementary colors. So we thought this is the perfect time to do it.
Right.
Absolutely the perfect time. So if you would like to get the mystery yarn like we were doing last year, I talk with my hands a lot.
So do I, but
It's just anyway, I'm going to put my hands in my pocket and say.
You don't necessarily get to see it when we're sitting. So.
So, June 1st. It's going to be available June 1st. If you decide that you want to do it.
Before then, we're going to tell you guys what the projects are.
On June 1st.
On June 1st. And then you can make a determination whether you want to go with the mystery or just you can use what you have in stash. You may decide that you're not doing it in yarn. Yeah.
So June 1st is what
you're making an informed decision. It's
Right.
not just like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. You'll know what you're doing. You just won't know what the yarn is coming.
Right. And if you want to get started on June 1st, we're not going to know. We're not going to care.
Right.
We're just going to say you have to do it, be done by July 15th, please. That's it.
Right.
But it's going to be 2 components. And if you want to do the mystery yarn, they're going to be 2 50-gram skeins that you can order.
Right.
And we probably will be leaking more information over the next month, but that's
Yeah.
the heads up for
Yeah,
it.
I think we're going to have a sign up at some point.
Yeah, we have to do that.
So we can get a list of
Who's going to be doing
who's
it?
going to be doing it. And then the point system is generally just going to be no points,
Right.
just entries for finishing.
Right.
Entries for starting, entries for finishing.
And make sure you put pictures up of your finished objects so that we know that you're finished.
Right.
And we will just
And we're gonna
put
have
a check mark.
We're gonna have a hashtag for finish and progress photos.
Right.
That kind of thing. And yeah, so there'll be prizes for each individual month, and then if you complete all 3, there will be
You'll be entered to win the
there'll be
grand prize.
drawings from the people who enter all 3 for
Right.
a grand prize. So.
And we'll have cool prizes for that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's be honest. We give away cool prizes no
Yeah.
matter what. So,
So.
it's all good. All right. This seems very discombobulated
I was
to
gonna
me
say,
just because
This
we've
is
been
very
doing...
disjointed because we stopped it and we started it, and it's so.
It's all over the place. However, we have to recap.
I was gonna say certain things to take out of this.
Right. We have a new base. It's our silk base. I'm not sure what we're calling it yet.
Silky toad.
Don't we have a silky toad? We had a silky toad.
We had
but
a
we're not
silky
doing
toad,
that.
but we're not doing that anymore.
Okay.
So we're changing it to silky toad.
It's silky toad. It's 50% wool, 50% silk.
50% superwash.
Yeah, the superwash merino, 50% silk. It's gorgeous and soft and shiny and shimmery and beautiful.
And to begin with, it is only going to be available as the kit for the Secret Shawl Society. Then we'll open it up. We'll decide which colors we will dye it in going forward.
Right.
So,
So there is that. $40 is gain. If you decide to do the Secret Shawl Society, which we will be opening on Monday, it will be $120 for that. Okay, 3 skeins. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my goodness, look at this yarn. Anyway,
TriWizard Tournament starting June 15th, running through September 15th. More in details to come on that. And Voodoo and Chesapeake go great together. I think that's all.
Yep.
We should have State of the Knitting on Monday because somebody thinks she's going to have a finished object.
Somebody thought she was going to have a finished object by today, and that didn't happen. So we will keep our fingers crossed that it actually happens, because I have 2 rows and a bind off, and I'm going to be done. You'd think I'd be able to get that done in 2 days.
You would think so.
You would. Okay. All right, guys. We hope you have a great rest of the weekend.
Go forth and create.
We'll see you on Monday.
It'll be better next week, we promise.
Okay. Bye. Bye.